Zane Kilian's bail hearing was back in court today after several delays due to COVID-19 scares. Killian has been in custody for nearly 3 months, charged with the murder of anti-gang police officer Charl Kinnear. eNCA's Aisha Ismail is at the Cape Town Magistrates Court, Bellville Magistrates Court, where the regional court is sitting. And Aisha, what happened in court today after all those instances where, the hearing was meant to go ahead and there was always one event or another, including scares around COVID-19?
Well, Tilasis, where that continues, Zane Kilian's bail application got underway very briefly here in the Magistrates Court in Bellville, and his statement was handed in and read into the record by his lawyer. But soon after that, the state prosecutor announced that the lead investigating officer had been exposed to a COVID-19 case, and for that reason he is not available to sign certain documents, important documents that needed to be signed, and the investigating officer is now self-isolating, and this case will now only proceed on the 2nd of February. And when Zane Kilian heard that his case was only going to be heard again on the 2nd of February, he was visibly upset. He kept on shaking his head in disagreement, but that was the soonest date that the court could hear this bail application again. So, of course, Zane Kilian will be spending Christmas and New Year in jail until his bail application can be heard on the 2nd of February.
Sure. So, visible reaction from him, the suspect, but any reaction from his defense team? I mean, he has already been in custody for a good 3 months, and if we're talking the 2nd of February, that's a good 2 more months at least.
I did speak to his lawyer afterwards, Eric Breyer, who said that obviously they're very disappointed, and Zane Kilian is upset about the fact that he's going to be staying behind bars until the 2nd of February. They said that there was nothing they could do about that. You must also remember, Tilasis, that Killian is not only linked to the Charl Kinnear case, he's also linked to the attempted murder case on William Booth that took place earlier this year, and he's appearing in court with 4 others on that matter as well. So this case is going to go on for a while still, but what happened today was during the time that his advocate read out his statement, when he read the statement out in court, Killian says that he intends pleading not guilty. He also says that he is married, he has 2 children, and one of his children is a special needs child, and that his health has been regressing because he misses his father. Zane Kilian's statement also says that Zane himself, that he is a bipolar sufferer and he needs medication, and he's not been able to see a psychiatrist while being in prison. So he's also saying that there are compelling and substantial circumstances for him to be released on bail. He also said that he can afford to be released on 5,000 rand bail. We also heard that while he is in possession of a passport, he says that he is not a flight risk should he be released on bail, and that he will not interfere with any of the witnesses in this case. And for that reason, he says it would be in the interests of justice for him to be released on bail. But of course, without the signature of the investigating officer on those documents that need to be signed, this can only now happen, or the nearest date for the postponement is only on the 2nd of February, and that means that Zane Kilian will have to remain behind bars until then.
So a glimpse then into Zane Kilian's own arguments why his release on bail is in the interests of justice, and why the court should take it and accept that he will not try and evade his trial, but rather that he will return and face trial. But given what has transpired around the exposure of the lead investigator, were we able to get any glimpses into what the prosecution's disposition is? One assumes that they will be opposing bail.
That is indeed. The state has indicated that it intends opposing bail. They believe that they do have a tight case, and it is for this reason that they also saying that they want to proceed with this case as soon as possible. But as we saw earlier, the lead state prosecutor, Greg Volmerans, he was exposed to a colleague who tested positive for COVID, and he had to go into isolation. Then we heard about 10 days ago that Zane Kilian's cellmate had displayed COVID-19 symptoms, and it was for that reason that Killian was not able to come to court last week. And today, of course, we hear that the lead investigating officer has been exposed to a COVID-19 positive case and was not able to sign those documents today. And for this reason, the matter has now been postponed to the 2nd of February.
Live for us from the Bellville Magistrates Court, eNCA's Aisha Ismail reporting there on the bail hearing of Zane Kilian. It's happening in the regional court there.